Hello, welcome back. Today we're gonna spend the day together again. I've just made myself coffee, and for breakfast I've just been kind of picking at some things. I went to buy coffee at home from my favorite place. A decaf from Café El Magnifico. They do a really good decaf, and I make it in my French press. And isn't that packaging just beautiful? I am going to serve my food at the place where I do the pop-up, and then I need to go to the dentist afterwards. So I'm running around today a little bit. Did not feel inspired to put together an outfit either. So I'm actually wearing leggings and my new running trainers that I got because me and my friend Lucy are still training for a half marathon. And I needed some new shoes, and they're really comfy. And I got this running top as well. It's actually really cool. I really like it. And since it's raining all dang day, I just figured I'm gonna just wear it today. And yeah. Another thing that I wanted to say is these 4 teeth are temporary teeth, and I've been on a probably 2-month journey now to get these four teeth veneers, which is something I've been wanting to do for a really long time. My dentist, when I was probably about 15 and my braces got taken out, there was a little bit of like discoloration on my teeth. Also very uneven, my teeth. They were straight but like uneven in shape, which is very normal when you have braces. And my dentist then back home decided to called composite bonding in English. And she put this over my teeth, that's not really something that you use as a long-term solution. And it's definitely something that I was insecure about, not in a level that I would not do things or where it would hinder me as much. And everyone that I've been telling about this recently, since I've decided to finally get the veneers, everyone has said, look, I've never noticed anything about your teeth being off. And I would definitely check my teeth, and I would kind of, if I was laughing, cover my mouth. Having a really long-winded story. But I then had a dentist in Amsterdam when I was in uni, and he was lovely, but he would also definitely say and agree with me that the way it was done also just looked horrible, and it had kind of broken twice. It once broke when I was on holiday in France, and bit into a baguette, and part of it broke off. And so my dentist in uni did say that at some point the best solution would be to get veneers because they're the longest lasting. They look the most like actual teeth. And I said, I'm gonna do it when I'm a bit older, when I have a job. The idea that you'd be 30 and when you're 22 you have a view of what your life's going to be like anyway. I kind of put this to the back of my mind and just thought, whenever I'm gonna have this certain salary or be in this stage of my life, I'm going to get those veneers done. For some reason, when I turned 30 last year, I didn't really think about it, but then I'm gonna turn 31 next month, and that shouldn't really mean anything, but for me it was just I've been thinking about this for such a long time, arguably not the best time. I'm starting my own business. Have no fixed salary because I'm self-employed, but I am lucky enough to have a little bit of savings, mostly due to being laid off in the pandemic. So because of my grandparents, my grandmother had to sell the house after my granddad passed away, and she has passed some of that money on to her children and also her grandchildren. And so I'm really lucky to have a safety net of my own, at least where I can cover the cost of this, because it isn't cheap. I'm only doing 4 teeth, so it's definitely not as expensive as it would be to do the whole mouth. That would be a whole different story. I would never be able to afford that, but I also have had no desire to get my whole. I think the rest of my teeth are fine. And why am I telling this bloody long-winded story? I think the thing that it's made me realize that it was a lot more of an insecurity than I initially thought it was for me. I'm just really happy that I'm doing it, and that's not making me want to change anything else about my face. It's not making me want to change anything else about the way I look. I just know that it was a big thing for me and a lot bigger in retrospect. And I feel very lucky to be able to do it as well. And so I'm going to take you along for the day, and that includes getting these veneers put into my mouth, and I'm really excited, and it's going to be done. So that's it. And I don't know what the takeaway is. I think I'm in no position anytime soon to like put a down payment on a house, like all the traditional things that millennials and Gen Z, we don't really have access to that easily as generations that came before us. And it's not because we're buying avocado toast and expensive lattes. But if I can I do have agency over what I decide to spend the, bit of money that I do have. And I'm spending it on something that's going to make me happy. And I'm trusting that me spending that money is fine. So that's that. That's 10 minutes of me rambling on. It is midday. I need to get going. I'm going to drink my coffee, and I'll check back in later. Okay, on the way to the dentist, obviously running slightly late, but we are on the way. Just gonna grab the metro. I will see you afterwards. So it turns out my dentist is really thorough, which we love. So this is not them yet. We're gonna wait one more week and then get the actual stuff put in. So we wait.
Para más información pueden...
Okay, we are back home, and by we I mean me. I still have temporary teeth. The dentist said, oh, you're going to be annoyed, but we're not actually putting them in today because he wanted to check something. And I said I really appreciate that thoroughness, so no worries, my friend. The thing I forgot to say is also, it has been a huge experience working through dentist trauma. I used to be really, really scared of the dentist. I still notice that I get quite nervous and I like tense up. I had a not very good experience when I was like very little, and then I've just always kind of dreaded it, even though I take really good care of my teeth, and I think that's one of the reasons I do. And yeah, this has also been a really good experience of just learning how to get comfortable there, and they're really friendly also in a different country. Going to the dentist in Spanish is that was a big obstacle, and it's been absolutely fine. So all of these things are good developments. I'm gonna have a little snack, even though it's too close to my dinner time, but I'm a little bit hungry. So I'm gonna just prepare a little snack, and then for dinner I think I'm gonna do some rice. Something rice. Yeah. Let's make a snack. What is my phone doing? Alright, that'll work. I have some focaccia left over from yesterday, and I'm gonna just do a dollop of aioli. And I have some tapenade, some sun-dried tomatoes. I'm just gonna have that for a little snack. It's a weird angle, but hey. Oh, don't know where the flash went on, but we've got some sun-dried tomato and olive tapenade, some aioli. Actually, that's chorizo mayo. And then I've got some, I just tore it up into little pieces so I can dip it. And that's gonna be my little snack. Sweet. So I have some leftover rice that I was gonna cook for dinner, and I wanted to make, I have some tofu as well that I need to use. And I was thinking I'm gonna make the TikTok, the thing I've seen on TikTok everyone do, the grated tofu. And then I realized I haven't bought one of those graters yet. So that's not happening, unfortunately. So instead, I'm just gonna cube and fry this tofu up, pop it with the rice. Let's see what kind of veggies I have. I've got some of those seaweed snackies, so I'm definitely gonna use those. I've just chopped like 5 onions, and I think my eyes look a bit sad. My hair has also gone from looking cute to looking kind of weird, but it's all good. So yeah, I've got my tofu here. I'm just gonna pop that in the pan. Take my plate, some of these greens. 5-second rule. I've got some rice that I cooked. It's rice, it tastes like rice. No big deal. And then in here there's some carrots and cucumbers that are sort of lightly pickled. This is what improvising a meal looks like. All right, don't judge me. I am not worried about presentation. I'm not worried about anything. I'm home alone, so it is just me eating this. So far we've got this on the plate. This is what I was talking about. These are wasabi flavored, and they are fucking good. So we'll have them on the side. Okay, we've got the tofu, the veggies, the rice, and then I'm just gonna there you go. These on the side. I'll get my chopsticks, and that's dinner. Lovely. I don't know how to do this with the rice snackington. This is not working. How do people on TikTok do it? All right, I am That did not go well. Sorry I had to say that. I'm gonna sit down and eat this. You really don't have to do many complicated things to your tofu for it to go crispy. I wasn't really going for like full-on crispy tofu today, but if you just let it sit in the pan with the oil, it will crisp up. You don't really have to add corn flour or press it or any of these things. You just have to let it sit and let the heat do the work. And then another thing that I will add is on some days I struggle getting enough, not struggle. There's two things that I forget easily. On some days, not always. Drinking enough water and making sure I have like the whole nutritional meal, a whole nutritional meal. I don't abide by any rules. Like I said, I don't know if I've actually said this, but the idea of doing these videos as an intuitive eater is showing that it's good and it's okay to go by eating what you feel like and when you're hungry and stopping when you're full, rather than like a regimented way of eating, which is a diet. And obviously you do need to think of things. So for me, it's easy in some meals to forget about adding protein in. And I think normally it's fine. I don't actually think people in countries where there is an abundance of food struggle to get protein. I really don't think that that's as big a deal as it's maybe made out to be. But I do think that for someone who's active, and I am active and I'm training for a half marathon, it is important to think about all the things that you need for your body to work well. And that's coming from a place of self-care, not like punishment or restriction or any of those things. So anyway, that's my long-winded way of saying that I was making sure that there was plenty of tofu on this bowl, in this bowl. I think I'm catching a cold. I'm gonna sit and watch TV and eat this, I think, because I feel tired and I'm home alone, so yeah. Probably have a tea later and maybe some dark chocolate or an Oreo, depending on how I feel. So maybe see you in a bit. Hello, my little chickens. This is editing me. I realized I never filmed an ending to the video, but I ended up making myself my classic nighttime tea, which is a yogi tea, or no, it's a clipper tea actually. And then I also had some dark chocolate, maybe 1 or 2 cubes. I don't remember, but yeah. And then I went to bed. I'm trying to prioritize a lot of sleep and bedtime this week. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. And next week I'm going to be filming a recipe video again. So if you're sick of these vlogs, a recipe is coming. Have a good day.